Hello again, YouTube. I am back with third tutorial. It's how to GameMaker here. Today I'm doing a basic coding tutorial. So I got a lot to cover in this tutorial, so let's just get started. So all you need for sprites is I just did a bunch of circles. You don't need to know these because you can make your own. So I did S character, S enemy, S bullet character, S bullet enemy, and that's bugging me. S wall. There we go. That might screw up my coding, but I can fix that. So yeah, that's the sprites. If we go in here, we have all this. So I'm gonna go with O wall first, just to get it covered. All you need is solid. So it's very simple, and the sprite is S wall, obviously. S character, or O character, I mean, is visible but not solid. In the create event, execute piece of code. It's all coding in this tutorial, guys. So if you don't want to see it, then just stop watching, because if you don't get coding, this is for you, or stuff like that. You know what I mean. So timer equals 30 is the first, or we're creating a variable right here. Timer is meaning equals, so timer equals 30. So what the computer is reading is that I have just put in a new variable command, so when it reads it, it'll think, oh, this is a variable at 30, so there's obviously something else to it. You can't just have that and nothing else, otherwise it's useless. And next one is variable. That's what VAR stands for, var. I call it var. Variable, in parentheses, health, space, equals 15. These each have breaks. So that's it for that. This is basically new variable, setting health to 15. Now, you're probably wondering why I did variable here and not here. It's just like, if you're doing like timing or limited time of shots per second, then you don't want the VAR. But if you're doing like health or fuel or something, then you want to put the var there. I don't think it matters that much, but I just put it there. So in the step event, this is where most of the coding is, guys. So get ready. This is the coding. So it says if keyboard check VK space. So checking again if you've pressed a certain key, which is the space bar. And you can like do any key that you want. You know. And then I put this one's linked with that one. Okay, so like this doesn't have to be this organized, but if you do an if statement, you should do two of these and then put one here. And if it's another if statement, then do two more below it, like the forward and backward. You know, it makes sense. And then next one is if distance to object. Obviously, it means if the distance to object O enemy is less than 500. And then another if statement. So three if statements in a row. If timer equals 30. So we set that back in creative, or in create event. So if timer equals 30, then oops, what? Oh, it's messed up. Hold on. There. If timer equals 30, then instance create. So it's creating an object at its position XY. So that means it's creating it at its position. O bullet character. So at the character's position, it's creating this. Mom, I'm doing my coding. Go away. Mom. My mom. You know, it's weird. Oh, it's really awkward. And then timer equals 0. So it's setting the timer to 0, which is pretty cool. And then all the closing things. If you don't put all of them there, then it'll say an error if you have this on. If you don't have this on, then it won't show you, and then it'll mess up while you're playing the game. And then else, so if this doesn't happen, if this isn't happening, or if timer isn't 30, then if timer is less than 30, timer plus equals 1. So every time it checks for this and then it isn't that, then it's gonna check if timer is less than 30, and if it is, then it's gonna add 1 to the timer every like half second or something. So I think I cleared that. If you got any questions, then just go in the description or comments and stuff. So next is if keyboard check, like the simple movement code I showed you in the other video. Checking if you press keyboard, and then vertical speed -5, which is vertical speed at -5 is up, and then H speed at -5 is left. The other two are this one, V speed at 5, that is, oh my goodness, I'm a brain fart right now. That's down, obviously. It's right there, oh my goodness, wow. Wow. Okay, like this video or subscribe if you think that was a fail. That was an epic fail. Yeah, there is a little bit of like variable testing here. It's because I don't know the coding for this, and I don't think anyone does. If you do, set in the description, or my goodness, comments. And then yeah, so in contact with O bullet enemy, instance destroy, you have to put this piece here, otherwise it will say it's an error. And also applies to other. Make sure you do this. If you do not, it will not work. It will destroy your character and you will fail the game. And then set variable health to relative to -1. If you don't click relative, then your character will die immediately again. And then so a test variable, which you can find in the control, same with this one, is a test variable. If variable health is smaller than 1. So basically, if he's out of health, then do the next. So applies to self, instance destroy. So it's destroying itself. And yeah, I think that's it for that one. Contact with O wall, execute code, H speed and V speed equals 0. Applies to self. So that's it for character. O enemy is not much different. I did a different variable here. I set his shooting speed to different. Here it's a little bit different. I'll show you what's different. If distance to object, okay, that's the same except which object is here. If timer, instance create, here. This is what makes your enemy move towards you, right here. Or this. If instance exists, O character, then move towards point, O character.x, O character.y. So it's checking if it exists, and then it's going to move towards whatever point you're telling it to in these parentheses. So I'm saying that it's moving to O character.x. So it's moving it to your character's x position, which is horizontal, and then also moving to your character's y position, which is this. So it's gonna move towards your character at speed 2. So that's that. And in contact with O bullet character, all you're gonna do differently, oh not that, is change the variable, which now is HP. And then yeah, this is the same. Contact with O wall, the same. H speed, V speed 0. O bullet character is the bullet your character shoots. Step event, it's going to check if instance or if your enemy exists, and then if distance to it is less than 500, then move towards point enemy.x, enemy.y at speed 10. And if it's not, then destroys itself. Contact with a bullet enemy, instance destroy, because, you know, if a bullet hits a bullet, it's going to destroy, because it's logical. Contact with O wall, instance destroy, just because then they can't shoot through walls. It makes it look like your guy's, like, invisible behind walls. It's a simple way to get around it. O bullet enemy is not much different, except that it's checking if the character exists. Character. O bullet character. It's the same. I might be rushing through this. I like making my videos short because everybody does long videos and I do not like them. So yeah, if you just study that for a little bit, if you wanna. Okay. And finally, a wall. I went past that already. Wow. And then in room, I just made a simple room with a bunch of guys, walls, character, and walls on the outside. Make sure you put walls on the outside, otherwise your guy can go straight out of the room. So, how long has it been? 10 minutes, yikes. So, you see all the guys have... Ah! Ah! I'm pressing space. Pressing space. And for some reason, if you... yeah, I think I'll fix something right after it. Come on. Ah! Oh, joy. Eh. Oh, no. Eh. No. No. You shall not win. Yeah. 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 Eh. No. Eh. Aw. I failed. Anyway, I think I might be able to fix something. I forget what it was now. Oh. So, I can't fix that problem of it not shooting the first guy. I think I fixed it in my RTS I'm making, but yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and